Hi, Wolfie here again. You may note I'm slightly more colourful than previous videos. This is my Team GB World Archery shirt, which I wouldn't have been able to wear if it wasn't for the help from the guys that made me this, Bodnik Bows and Bear Paw Products. I had the good fortune last year to take the GNS or World Archery British title for longbow, flat bow, and I was offered the position on the team to shoot in the World 3D Championships in Italy. Things being what they were, it wasn't something I could afford. It's a self-funded venture, but with very little mention on the internet. Henry Bodnik stepped forward and said, "Wolfie, if you want to go to the 3Ds, you can go to the 3Ds." What could I say? Massive surprise. Some of you may have seen already a video that was done in Germany on Bear Paw Products website or their blog of them making this bow, now named Bodnik Shadow. The name Shadow, for those, those you wouldn't have met him, but Shadow was the name of my wolf dog I lost in December of 2013. And in the colours of the bow, it's quite aptly sort of suits the name, and it's dark on the back, it's figured woods on the front, so it's a nice shadowed effect at the back. And yeah, what I wanted to do with this was not only show you the bow, but some of you may have seen it made. It's my Carter centre, the carved grip, little maple detail through the middle, my usual cutaway shelf, black glass laminations on the back, and figured wood veneer on the front. Do you know the name of it? It's just popped out of my head, but I do know what it's called. And if I remember, I'll tell you. The tips are layered my Carter. It has stable core and carbon in the limbs as well. They're narrow tips. On the video it shows you the bow was made nearly 60 pound in draw weight at 28 inches, and they've thinned it down, tillered it down to my 50 pound. Where this came from, for me, was this bow. This started out life as a Bodnik Viper. You see the tips are considerably wider, but I wasn't going to start messing around with the tips. It's quite a bit different. But what I did, in that I liked the alterations I had done on my Raven, so many bows, I had an old stock Viper, and I decided to completely reshape the grip and the shelf and everything else and modify a little bit for myself. So what I did was I shaved in the grip to make it a little bit deeper. I added resin and various stuff onto the wood, hence I couldn't leave it wood finished. And what I then subsequently did, being as I paint things, to suit the Viper name, was a snake skin airbrush effect on it. Now I shot this for 12 months odd, and my scores went up. Purely because the grip and the design of it suited me. The bow is as effective as any bow that's made well. Bodnik bows, to my mind, have always been made well, or at least every one I've had, and they offer the warranty to sort of support that. But following this, in 2014, if I hang this up here, I did a drawing, which you may have seen on the video, and sent that to Henry. It shows on the front there a bit of a cutaway in the veneers, which I opted not to do because I'm not really gripping it, and the shelf was designed to have a step in it there to allow for some broadheads if they were coming back on it, but that's not necessary for me. I wasn't going to fuss about that. Back to this one. So basically Henry said you go to the 3Ds, and that bow we discussed, they were considering either making or putting into production for 2016. They said they'd make it. So out I went to Germany, spent several days with Henry, shooting, looking at his facilities, his workshops, various things, meeting the staff, meeting all the people that make the machine run, and had an amazing time. Quick personal message before I blurb on any more about this is Henry, Chris, Jens, the workshop, all the staff at Bearpaw. Thank you so much. I've had a particularly hard year, if not longer, before this all happened, and it's little things in one regard, but massive things as this is, that make everything sort of work so much easier in life, makes life so much more enjoyable. For those of you who may look at this and say, all right, well, Wolfie was sponsored by Bearpaw, Bodnik, I don't owe them anything. I had clear discussions with Henry that, you know, I'm still able to do what I do without any limitations. I can still shoot other people's bows, I can still try things out, I can test things, I can make my videos and all. It's not like I'm tied to Bearpaw or beholden to them, but I am hugely grateful. Yeah, things like this just restore your faith in the commercial machine, really. Yes, Bearpaw, Bodnik are a business, but it's proved to me that there are businesses out there that value their customers, they value their products, and they value the feedback and the support of the people that buy their products. And you know, it's kind of one of those things that has absolutely made my year. So that's my thank you. But back to this. Yes, show it again. My Bodnik Shadow. I sort of substantially deeper, more formed sort of grip design. I mean, it makes it a bit more shapely. I really enjoy it for that fact. I love the details in the wood. They call this their ghost wood on the Bodnik Ghost, and I just always liked that. And every time I talk to Henry about a bow, it's like, can we have that? And this time we did, and it's on my Shadow, which not only has great interest in it for me because of the design and development part of it, but also in essence sentimental factor, because Shadow, my wolf dog, was exactly that. He was a shadow to me for 11 years until he was unfortunately taken, a decision had to be made for him when he had cancer. Anyway, this for me is a gift. It's beautifully made. I had a hand in its kind of development, and whilst it was being made, making sure it was made to me, again by that video that's on the Bearpaw site. If I can put a link down on my video here, I will do. But yeah, again, I'll show you that. The Bodnik Bow's custom longbow, Wolfie Shadow. Yeah, the details on it. No need for weight, everybody knows what I shoot. Beautiful finish, superb, smooth bow, lovely to shoot. I'll quickly set up in a position where I can show you this in action. I haven't put any silencers on it, I haven't found I've needed them yet. Yeah, sometimes a little bit speechless because this has been a bit of an emotional event, this one. So if I've done too many ums on this, that's why. But yes, and I love the way that my carter works. I don't know if this will focus on it. I think you can see it there. It just ends up with a grain effect. I understand it's a form of linen, layered and laminated, almost like a glass fibre, with a dark resin. And it just gives you a whole sort of shaped grain effect to it, which I think is just amazing. It's almost wood-like without being wood, and it gives the riser, the core of this longbow, additional weight. So adding a level of stability, because that bow there is quite a bit lighter. Yeah, so I'll set this up, camera again, ping a few arrows, and yeah, let your own mind sort of play around with what it might be like to own yourself a custom Bodnik longbow. And I say people wonder why go custom. It's expensive by comparison, yes, maybe. Is it investment? It is in one sense, it isn't in another. Financially, maybe not. Bows will only be worth so much, but maybe it's an investment in yourself. If you know, if you really love the bow you're shooting, you enjoy the bow you're shooting, that can have a big effect mentally on how you shoot and how you enjoy your shooting. So yeah, sometimes considering a custom for yourselves is the way to go. Right, I'll set up and I'll come back to you. Right, it's a bit of a better position for shooting and filming. Right, dead pig. Dynamics. Take a shot up of the deer up there. You can see the shape of the bow. Crack himself to the hill. A deer. Got an owl down there. I think you can see the bow on this. Owl. What else? Ooh! I'll shoot over here. I've got my deer at the top of the wood there. I haven't shot him for quite a while. Okay. Let's take it in. Yes! Happy days. Wolf's Shadow. My bow. Again, Henry and Bodnik Bows and Bowyers, thank you very much.